brought to you from IIFM, your campus radio.
In a world filled with streaming platforms and endless playlists, is radio still relevant? The answer is yes. Radio remains one of the most accessible forms of media, reaching listeners anytime, anywhere. Unlike algorithms, radio is driven by real people and real voices, sharing real stories. It creates a sense of connection, bringing communities together through shared experience. For students, it's more than just listening. It's a space to learn, to express, and to grow. In the future, technology may evolve, but the human voice will always matter. Celebrating 16 years with IIUM FM, your campus radio. It's been 16 years. What an incredible journey. To all our listeners, thank you for being with us. This is IIUM FM, celebrating 16 years of your...
Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to Beyond Barriers Season 2, and this is our third episode. So we are going to discuss about a journey of an international students. So before diving in, let me once again welcome everyone of you to Beyond Barriers Season 2, a show where we break stereotypes, share untold stories, and dive deep into what inspires us to move forward in our life. So like I mentioned, today's episode, it focuses on the realities of being an international postgraduate student, the transition, the pressure, the growth, and everything in between. Pursuing higher education abroad is often seen as and as exciting from the outside, but behind that experience comes adaptations, responsibilities, and the challenge of balancing academics with personal growth in a completely different environment. So joining us today is none other than Sister Fatimatul Fida, currently in her last semester of her Masters of Education in TESOL at International Islamic University Malaysia, or IIUM, and alongside maintaining an outstanding academic record, she's also gained multiple experience like in teaching, curriculum development and research within the field of English language education. So today we'll be exploring her journey as an international master's student, education student, her experiences, her challenges, and the lessons she has learned along the way. So let me welcome Fatimatul Fida to Beyond Barriers Season 2. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
I am really happy that you have accepted our invitation and you came to IIMFM, especially to my show. Thank you so much. So how do you feel?
In fact, I'm more happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right. So before we begin the episode, for those who don't know you, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Fatimatul Fida. I'm pursuing Masters of Education, teaching English as a second language. This is my final semester. Alhamdulillah, here I am today with Aisha at IIUM FM. I'm so happy to be here, honestly.
I can see that in your face. And should I say this or should I not say this? I'm not really sure. But she has an amazing academic background, and I recently checked your CGPA.
Oh my god.
That's
oh
like,
my god.
should I say that? No, right?
No, it's okay. No.
Alhamdulillah. So she's doing an amazing job. She has a very good academic thing. At the same time, she's a part of so many clubs that she will be explaining later.
Inshallah.
But then, yeah, so she's truly doing her best right now. Anyways, so let's start the interview episode. All right. So I'd like to, go back to the starting of your journey. So I want to know what motivated you to pursue a Master of Education in TESOL, and why did you choose Malaysia and IIUM especially for your master's graduate studies?
Okay, what motivated me? So basically, I did my bachelor's in the same field, like Bachelor's of Education, teaching English as a second language in my country. I'm from India, by the way. And then, so I wanted to gain more knowledge, more experience in the same field. So here I am pursuing Masters of Education. Why Malaysia? Actually, there are some specific reason why I chose Malaysia. First one, I always wanted to study abroad, but then again, I don't want to go too far from my country. So Malaysia is comparatively near to India, so Malaysia is a good option for me. And then the second one, which is important, I'm from a country where Muslim is a minority community. But so I always wanted to live and experience in a country where we have the Muslim majority. So when I thought of that, Malaysia is a good option. Here I can see that the majority of the people are from Muslim background, and then how they practice. It makes me happy. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe people will not understand, but as a person coming from a minority community for Muslim, this is a big opportunity that is serving for me. And then why IIUM? It's because of the Islamic University. I wanted to be in a campus where I can gain knowledge, or increase my faith. So that's why I am here in Islamic University.
All right. So, have you ever, like, it's been 2 years, right?
Yes.
If I'm not wrong. Okay. So, have you ever regretted your choice of
Never,
choosing?
even for a single moment, I never regretted coming here, because for me, IIUM is full of opportunities to explore, to find yourself like that. So I never regretted coming here.
All right. So, next question, I would like to ask 2 questions, which is like a tradition of Beyond Barriers. So, one of them is, what's a barrier that you crossed, something you're really proud of for crossing it?
A barrier, okay.
It can be anything, something that you thought that you would not be able to achieve, but then you did. It can be a fear, it can be anything.
I have always been an introvert. For example, in my schooling, in my bachelor's, I was an introvert. Though,
Right.
and so being an introvert, it's okay, no problem. But at the same time, you need to step forward if you have the skills. Back then, though I know that I can do something, just because of I'm introvert, I couldn't push forward myself. I always had to back off myself. But here, after coming in this university, I don't know. During my first semester, I still remember, I joined in KEPSA. KEPSA is Kuliah of Education Postgraduate Students Association.
Right.
I stepped in. I said, okay, I have to be there. And then I started trying. Till now, I'm an introvert, or can say ambivert, not extrovert, or maybe extrovert only with my comfort zone. But I started trying. I started pushing forward myself everywhere. And Alhamdulillah, now I achieved so many things just because I crossed that barrier.
So
That's why.
basically, you were able to step out of your comfort zone.
Yes. Stepping out, also trying new things. Basically, that's the correct answer. I am trying everything, every opportunity that is coming in front of me. Okay, it's okay. Let me try. And I'm putting my 100% there. So, yeah.
I like the fact, like, definitely, like you said, we human beings are not similar. We will have something different. Maybe
Yes.
whatever you are good at, you might be good at something. It is not necessarily, true that I might be good at that same thing. I might be, good at something else. So maybe you are an introvert, I am an extrovert. There's nothing wrong in being that. But
True.
it is really important to step out of your comfort zone, because when you do that, you'll be able to understand what you are. And I feel like by doing that, you might have understood what are your capabilities, what are your strengths, what are your weakness, and then you can able to identify yourself as a person, as who is Fida. Like, it's very easy for me to identify you, or me to explain who is Fida, but it's very important for us to identify ourselves. I think you'll be able to do it after crossing your comfort space, which you did.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. All right. Moving on. again, moving to another country for higher education can, it can be both exciting and overwhelming. So, what was the hardest part of adjusting to a new academic and social environment as an international student?
When it comes to academic,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, in my bachelor's, we actually had bookish knowledge. Bookish knowledge meaning we learn from book and then we
Mhm.
have written exams with less opportunities for practical experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that is completely different here in IIM. Here we have more practical. Like yes, we are learning theories. At the same time, we are applying those theories.
Definitely.
Yeah, which is very important. So
Mhm.
I think that's one of the how to say most important thing that I found in this university. But when it comes to hardest part in academic, I cannot find anything
All right.
because this is something that I wanted
Mhm.
specifically and I found here. So I'm happy with that. Like I had experienced so many struggles, hardships, but it's okay. It's part of the journey. Everyone will experience hardships in their life.
Mhm.
For me, I always make sure that I'm not taking things personally. It's okay. It happened. It's okay. Move on with your life. If you are able to solve it, then solve it and then move on. When it comes to social environment, I cannot point out any hardships because Alhamdulillah I got good number of friends here. And I have good number of Malaysian friends too, and they are super helping and cooperating. So when you asked about hardships, maybe it's because whenever I face something, any problem, any issues, I try to don't I try to make sure that okay, I'm not taking it too much personally. But if I'm able to solve it, then solve it. After solving, it's done. It's
Mhm.
finished. So it's okay. Move on with your life. You don't have to carry it for the whole life, right? So if you are facing hardships, it's okay. It's part of your life. It's part of the journey. Face it. If you wanna cry, cry it, and then move on.
Oh, all right, all right. Okay, so I mentioned before that I had two questions to ask you, right?
Mm-mm.
And then I asked one of them. So second one is, what's one barrier that you're trying to cross right now?
One barrier
Mm-hmm.
that I want to cross now. Honestly saying, I'm in that trying era. I'm trying everything as much as I can. So, one barrier maybe this is my final semester, so I'm
Mhm.
thinking of pursuing PhD. So, yes,
Mashallah.
inshallah. So,
Inshallah.
maybe that is one barrier. Um, I'm confused. But will I be able to make it or not? But inshallah.
Inshallah.
I'll give it a try, inshallah. Rest, I'll leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
All right. Is it? I mean, are you gonna pursue PhD over here itself or somewhere else?
I'm thinking of pursuing here itself because I
Oh, you had 2 years, so 2 years is not enough for you. You wanna stay here much longer.
if possible, yes, inshallah.
Inshallah. All right. So, beyond academics, studying abroad can often change a person's perspective
Mm.
and identity in unexpected ways. Like, even for me, I used to stay with my family almost all of my years. And then the only moment where I stayed apart from them was during my undergraduate,
Mm.
like this particular point of time. So I myself can see a lot of changes in me.
Mm.
Like I there is no one for me to depend on. Like I have to take decisions on my own. I mean, my friends would be there,
Mm.
but still, usually when you stay with your family, you're much dependent on them.
Mm.
Your decisions, you just have to ask them. They will choose what's right for you, what's not right for you, and everything. But when you stay alone, it definitely changes. So we are gonna go and discuss about that in our
Mhm.
upcoming segment. But before that, let's take a small break. All right? Okay. So, my dear listeners, let's take a small break and then we'll get back to you with an more interesting segments.
It's been 16 years. What an incredible journey. To all our listeners, thank you for being with us. This is IIM FM celebrating 16 years of your campus radio.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we, the Khalifa, we will fulfill the Amanah. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IUM is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Amin. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IUM is to realize the meaning of mercy to all the worlds for tuning into voices bright and clear. Across the air, we're always near. IUM, your campus radio. With knowledge, truth, and something new. IUM, the sound of unity. In every heart, a shared melody. Reaching minds with every beat. Voices strong where worlds meet. From wisdom old to stories untold, we bring the light, the young and bold. Through every way, we rise and shine. IUM FM, your voice, your time. IUM FM, the sound of unity. In every heart, a shared melody. Reaching minds with every beat. Voices strong where worlds meet. IUM FM, your campus radio. Here with you wherever you go.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا.
Welcome back, my dear listeners and my dear viewers. So we're gonna we're gonna continue our interview. All right. So, as an international postgraduate student, how has this experience shaped you personally beyond academic achievement?
Personally, beyond academic achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like I mentioned before, IUM is a place where you have so many opportunities and you need to look for it. I myself joined in KEPSA, Kulia of Education Postgraduate Students Association, and then in PGSS too. PGSS is Postgraduate Student Society. By joining in this society, I was able to gain, I'm still gaining boosting my confidence level, and then my leadership skill, and then I'm able to connect with more students, more people, uh, which is giving me experience that I never imagined. I'm able to go through so many paths that I never imagined. Like, these are co-curricular, yes. Apart from organizing programs or being a committee member, there are so many other life lessons that I am able to gain from these societies, which is very helpful for my life now and then, inshallah. So that is one major how to say
Shape.
shaped my life. Yeah, true.
Alright. So, like, do you feel any difference between the FIDA before coming to Malaysia and after coming to Malaysia?
There is a big difference. Big difference. Before coming here, yes, I was in student societies back then, but then again, like I said, I was an introvert too, so I always pushed myself back. But here, I'm stepping forward, I'm trying new things, which is making me happy. Like the inner happiness that you feel when you are doing something that makes you, that gives you a pleasure. I'm feeling that now. So I'm happy with that.
Wow, mashallah. It feels really happy when people, try their level best, try something new. It really it's really challenging. I would definitely say that, but at the same time, the fun in that is like very good.
Yeah,
All right.
true.
Like I mentioned earlier, you're balancing your assignments, research, teaching experience, and expectations at a postgraduate level. So, during difficult times, what really keeps you motivated and consistent?
Motivated and consistent. Me and my friends go to Mishwe. Okay.
All right.
Whenever we are facing some struggles, or whenever we are feeling down, we go to Mishwe. There is a term in Malay called lepak.
Okay.
So we do that. Lepak is like sitting with your friends or family, and then eating, and then chilling, spending time together outside. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Lepak.
Lepak.
Okay.
Oh. So what's your favorite menu from Mishwe?
Brown sugar pearl milk tea. I always order that. But I
So-
have tried everything from there, and I like
That's your
this one.
favorite.
Yes.
My favorite might be toffee hazelnut latte with
That
boba.
is good.
So people who want to try Mishwe can try. Maybe
Yeah, we are
it can
promoting that
be-
now.
yeah, it can be a reason for staying motivated and consistent. Yeah.
But jokes apart,
Mhm.
life is full of ups and downs.
Definitely.
Definitely, yes. And as an international student staying away from my parents,
Mhm.
definitely you will face down times.
Mhm.
But I still remember during my first semester, I had a time where I was packed with so many things. I couldn't manage or schedule everything properly. I was struggling so hard at that time. One evening, I went for a walk around the campus, and I realized how beautiful this campus is. How this campus can make your mind relaxed. So I took a walk around the campus, and I found so many people walking alone. At that time, I made few connections through that walk, and just random strangers. I don't know them, they don't know me, but then we shared so many things, and then we became friends. So sometimes you just have to go for a walk around the campus. You will feel better, inshallah. So yeah, like this, maybe you need to find something that makes you motivated. For me, it's like walking or doing something or doodle arts. It makes me happy and relaxed, and then I'll continue with my works. For some other people, maybe for you, your interest might be different. So you need to find that and then do. Whenever you are feeling heavy, it's okay, take a break and then continue later. But you cannot postpone it too much. but it's okay to take a break sometimes. Yes.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I have good number of friends too. I have good number of friends, alhamdulillah, and they helps me a lot. Maybe that is also one of the major reasons why I'm able to manage and be here in this position, alhamdulillah, because my friends, they always say it's okay lah, it's okay lah. So yeah.
At this point, is there someone you really want to say a thanks or something? Maybe you can mention their name and then you can say a thanks.
Oh, if I mention, I need to mention so many names. If I miss anyone's name, astaghfirullah, it's my end. So I cannot. I don't
Alright.
dare.
And I want to ask you this personally. Is there anyone from IIM that really inspired you a lot?
Really inspired. Can I not mention that person's name?
Yeah, can.
Okay. There is one prof. Her. She's a her. She.
Okay.
Her teaching style is very different. Sometimes I just listen and then think, okay, how beautifully she is delivering the classes. Because as a teacher, I always take tips from my professors. So whenever she is providing lecture, she takes classes in a way that she's understanding us, the students, and then she's providing in a way that the students are able to understand it. She makes sure that. So for me as a teacher, it is very important. From her, I learned that it's important to know the needs of the students and then prepare your materials and then deliver your classes accordingly. So yeah, she is the one who inspired me as a teacher. Yeah.
All right. Now I'm really interested to know what do they actually teach you?
What do they actually teach you?
Yeah.
Teaching English as a second language, they
Mhm.
teach you to how to teach students of
Mm.
different levels, different
Mm.
proficiency levels, and students with disabilities, and then students with different backgrounds. For example, during my second semester, I had to do this research, and then we had to go to the school, refugee school. So their case is different. We cannot teach them just like we teach in a normal school because their background is different. We have to make sure that we are not using certain words in front of them. So we are taught in our class such that. So yeah.
All right. Maybe people who really want to pursue their undergraduate or postgraduate or PhD, this answer might be really helpful. All right. So before moving on to our next segment, let's take a small break.
Sure.
All right.
It's been 16 years. What an incredible journey. To all our listeners, thank you for being with us. This is IIM FM celebrating 16 years of your campus radio.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason shall excel, shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we the Khalifa, we will fulfill the Amanah. Together, we make the world a better place. Forever, expand the culture of Iqra. IUM is to realize voice is bright and clear. Across the air, we're always near. IUFM, your campus radio. With knowledge, truth, and something new. IUFM, the sound of unity. In every heart, a shared melody. Reaching minds with every beat. Voices strong where worlds meet.
All right, my dear listeners, it was a very quick break. So, sister, alongside academic pressure, international students also experience cultural and communication difference that influences their learning journey. So, my question is, as someone studying in the field of language and education, did you notice any difference in the teaching styles or classroom interactions, or maybe in student culture compared to what you were previously familiar with?
Previously, in my bachelor's, there we had the bookish knowledge, which means we learn from the book, we learn all the theories, we learn everything from the written book, and then we have the written exam too. Yes, the teacher provides the classes, but it's like the one-way communication only, and the students listen to the class, and then we have exams, we have assignments with little scope for practicals. But here what I can see is, starting from my first semester itself, though we have the lectures, at the same times we are assigned to have practicals, hands-on experience, which is very important as teachers, right? So that's a huge difference that I can see from what I had and what I have here. Then with the students interaction, for example, if we have 3 hours of class, I can say that for the whole 3 hours, it's like we engage with the professors. We share our experience. We ask, like, there is an interaction and two-way communication between the professor and the students. And then that's a difference that I can see from what I had previously and here now. Then the culture, when I was in my first semester, I was the only Indian in my class.
Oh.
Yes. But I felt it interesting because I was able to share my experience, my teaching experience, my learning experience, everything, and I was able to hear from others too. So for me, it was very interesting, and I liked it.
So the rest of the classmates were Malays or?
We had from Malaysia, Sudan, Thailand,
Oh,
Indonesia,
wow.
and then we had from Turkey, yes, and then Japan.
Is there any cultural shock that you had experienced?
Cultural shock, though I thought that India and Sudan is like black and white. I mean, completely different from each other. I was able to find so many similarities between India and Sudan.
Like?
I was like, we have sari, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, traditional dress in India, and they have similar outfit there. Like that, so many similarities. And then in food also, I cannot pinpoint all of a sudden, but I found so many similarities. So it's interesting, like to know. I never thought that.
All right.
Then the rest, Malaysia, it's a completely different country, but the language, I'm interested in learning Malay, actually. Yes. For me, Malaysia is a good country and always welcoming. I found good number of nice people, so I'm happy.
Mashallah, good for you. All right. As you've mentioned earlier, you've worked with students of different proficiency levels while studying at the same time.
Okay.
So my question is, how has teaching influenced your own understanding of learning and communication?
Okay. Back then, I have teaching experience from my country also. But at that time, what I did was I learned so many things: how to teach, what to teach, how to deliver your classes, how to make them understand. That's it. So I was providing my 100% to the students, but I'm not realizing or making sure that my students needs this specifically or something like that. But here, after my masters, or while having my master's journey, I learned something called needs analysis. It's like when you are teaching your students, you first make sure or understand the needs of the students. Yes, you need to deliver all the materials or teach them. For example, if I'm teaching grammar, I first need to make sure that what the students actually need from me, how they need. So it's something different that I am incorporating in teaching now.
That's wonderful. All right. We know that postgraduate education, especially, is really demanding, but it also creates a lot of opportunities for reflection about future goals and purpose. So we're gonna dive into that particular sector or that particular topic. But before that, since it's our last segment too, let's take a small break.
Sure.
All right.
Years. What an incredible journey. To all our listeners, thank you for being with us. This is IIMFM celebrating 16 years of your campus radio.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we, the Khalifa, we will fulfill the Amana. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IUN is to realize the meaning of Ramadan al-Amin. Together we make the world a better place. Forever expand the culture of Iqra. IUN is to realize the meaning of mercy to all worlds for tuning into voices bright and clear. Across the air, we're always near. IUMFM, your campus radio. With knowledge, truth, and something new. IUMFM, the sound of unity. In every heart, a shared melody. Reaching minds with every beat. Voices strong where worlds meet. From wisdom old to stories untold, we bring the light, the young and bold. Through every way, we rise and shine. IUMFM, your voice, your time. IUMFM, the sound of unity.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Ya Tuhan kami, berilah kami kebaikan di dunia dan kebaikan di akhirat, dan lindungilah kami dari azab api neraka.
في الذكرى السادسة عشرة IIMFM هنا 16 عاما من الإبداع وصوت الجامعة ونبض الطلاب، صوت يتجدد ورسالة تستمر. لا تنسوا أن تستمعوا إلى IIMFM Your Campus Radio.
16 years, nearly 6,000 days of being the voice of this campus. From the first time we touched the feather to the digital wave we ride today. Broadcasting has changed, technology has evolved, but one thing has always remained: connection. The connection between voice and listeners, between stories and the people who will hear them. The way of the future is not just about innovation, it is about continuing that connection in new and meaningful ways. 16 years on air and journey continues. Celebrating 16 years of IIFM, your campus radio. In today's fast-moving digital world, finding a space to learn, create, and be heard is more important than ever. Campus Radio provides that space. It is a training ground for future professionals, a living lab where students can real and hands-on experience. It brings the campus community together through collaboration, shared stories, and open discussion. It is also a platform for creative and independent voice where talents grow and ideas come to life. With no barriers, students can explore, experiment, and express themselves freely. Support your campus radio where voice are shaped for the future. This message.
Welcome back, my dear listeners and my dear viewers, and this is our last segment, unfortunately. So, sister, you are now in your last semester of your master's journey, right? So, looking back, what do you think has been the most valuable lesson this experience has taught you?
The most valuable lesson.
Mm-hmm.
The most valuable lesson would be it's important to have knowledge, to acquire knowledge, to have experience also, but at the same time it is important to contribute those knowledge to our ummah, to our students, our society. I have seen people finishing their studies and then not looking or using those knowledge beneficially, but it is important to be useful of those knowledge. One thing that I learned from here is I feel like it's amana to use the knowledge that I have acquired from here to the society, to my students. So that is one of the most valuable lesson that I have. Inshallah, in future, I'll try to be a good teacher, and I'll be using all the knowledge, all the experience that I have gained from here in a beneficial and in a most useful way for my students, for my society, inshallah.
Inshallah. All right. And moving forward, what kind of impact do you hope to create through education, like whether as a teacher, researcher, or mentor?
As a teacher, for a child, their biggest supportive system is their teacher. I believe in that.
Definitely.
Yes. So, as a teacher, inshallah, I'll be giving my 100%. Like I'll be investing myself for my students. It's like not only looking at their academics but also identifying their skills, helping them, boosting them. Um, I always believe that it's a teacher's responsibility to understand their students very well, to be their good friend, to help them in their ups and downs, to hold their hands, um, and then they can rely. They should be able to rely on us. Like, okay, teacher, this happened today. Can you help me? I will be able to be there. Inshallah, I have to be there for my students to help them. So I'll not be perfect everywhere, but I will try my best. That is one, especially especially when I think of my religion and my country. Since I am from India and we have a Muslim minority country, and so there are schools where the skills or teachers or the school focuses only on the academics at the, and the other side their skills, it is not identified. It's very important. So I'll be trying to look for both the academics and then the co-curricular too, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Like you mentioned, definitely a teacher plays a huge role in students' life, the way they think. Because I have seen so many students who had bad experiences with their teachers, at the
True.
same time, very good experiences. And those who have bad experience, it will still stay as a trauma. And to get out of that trauma, it's like very
Yes, even I had a student. She once she was always not approachable. However, I tried. She was not able to communicate with me, and I tried several ways. And one day, we sit down and did some activities, and then I asked, if you want to share anything with me, I'll be always here as your good friend. And one day she came to me and said that she got traumatized with her one of the teacher, because he was asking her or blaming her for everything that she did, because he was looking for, that teacher was looking for perfection in their in his children. It's not important to have perfection. Not everyone can have everything in their life. So yeah, alhamdulillah, I managed to help her, and now alhamdulillah she is good. She is one of my good energetic student.
mashallah, mashallah. I hope you have the spirit throughout your profession as teaching.
Inshallah.
And I hope you can bring a wonderful impact in all the students that you teach. And I hope you become a very, how do I say, motivating, unforgettable person in their life, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And yeah, like I would like to end this by saying that the journey of an international student is often reduced to just grades and qualification. But today's conversations, especially the starting ones and all, it reminds us that it's also a journey of adaptation, resilience, and personal transformation. So, Fatimatul Fida, thank you so much for joining us, sharing your experience as an international student, especially, and the fact about you being a Masters of Education student. So, you discussed about both of those things. So, thank you so much for coming here, for sharing your entire experiences with us today. And to our listeners out there, growth is not something that only happens in classroom. It sometimes, it happens through discomfort, change, and the courage to step into unfamiliar environments. And just like our guest had mentioned today, you need to always step out of your comfort space to explore yourself as a human being, because that's a big challenge in everyone's life. So this has been Beyond Barriers Season 2's third episode. Thank you so much for everyone for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode because we have some wonderful guests lined up for the upcoming episode. So stay tuned. Until then, this is me, your DJ Aisha Afrin, signing off from Beyond Barriers Season 2, only on IIMFM, your campus radio.
It's been 16 years. What an incredible journey. To all our listeners, thank you for being with us. This is IIMFM celebrating 16 years of your campus radio.